No one truly understands the meaning of preparation until they hear the words, "You're having twins." In a single moment, excitement collides with fear, joy mixes with uncertainty, and every corner of the house suddenly feels too small for the future rushing toward you. We thought we were ready for parenthood, but realizing that 2 babies would arrive at the same time completely changed the way we looked at our home, our routines, and even ourselves. Every room became a question waiting for an answer. Where would they sleep? How could we create calm inside chaos? How do exhausted parents survive double feedings, double crying, and double love without losing balance? This journey was not just about buying cribs or organizing furniture. It became a transformation of our entire lifestyle, teaching us that preparing a home for twins is really about preparing hearts for a new kind of life. Welcoming twins into the world is one of the most beautiful and overwhelming experiences a family can face. Before the babies arrived, we realized that organization would not simply make life easier. It would become essential for our peace, energy, and emotional survival during those first demanding months. We began redesigning every space inside our home with intention, simplicity, and practicality, learning that small changes could create enormous comfort for both parents and babies. In this video, we are sharing how we transformed our environment, planned our spaces, and prepared emotionally and physically for the arrival of 2 newborns at once. If you are expecting twins, planning for a growing family, or simply searching for inspiration to create a calmer home environment, this story may help you feel less alone. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share your own experiences in the comments below. The moment we discovered we were expecting twins, our home instantly stopped feeling like a familiar place and became a giant puzzle waiting to be solved. Every room suddenly carried a new purpose, and every object seemed to either belong in our future life or become unnecessary clutter standing in the way of peace. Instead of reacting with panic, we decided to approach the transformation step by step, understanding that organization would become one of the greatest tools for reducing stress once the babies arrived. We started by simplifying our living room because we knew it would become the center of daily life during the newborn months. Heavy furniture was removed to create open walking paths for carrying babies safely during sleepless nights, while sharp corners were covered and unnecessary decorations disappeared completely. We learned quickly that twins require efficiency more than perfection, and our goal became creating an environment that supported movement, calmness, and functionality rather than trying to maintain a picture-perfect house that would only increase pressure and exhaustion later. The nursery became the emotional heart of our preparation because it represented the first physical space where our babies would exist together in the world. Designing a room for twins was not simply about aesthetics or trendy decorations. It was about creating balance between comfort, accessibility, and emotional warmth. We placed both cribs close enough for easy nighttime access while leaving enough space to move freely between them during feedings and diaper changes. Instead of overcrowding the room with excessive furniture, we focused on essentials that would truly support daily life, including organized storage systems, soft lighting, and practical diaper stations placed strategically around the room. We also understood the importance of creating a calm atmosphere because newborns absorb energy from their surroundings, and exhausted parents need visual peace during difficult nights. Neutral colors, gentle textures, and minimal distractions transformed the nursery into a place that felt peaceful rather than overwhelming, helping us emotionally prepare for the intense but beautiful reality waiting just beyond those quiet walls. One of the biggest lessons we learned while preparing our home for twins was that storage becomes incredibly important when 2 babies enter the same environment at once. Before pregnancy, we underestimated how quickly baby supplies could completely take over an entire house. Diapers, bottles, clothes, blankets, wipes, creams, toys, and medical essentials multiplied faster than we imagined possible. Instead of waiting for chaos to arrive, we began creating systems that would allow us to function even during moments of extreme exhaustion. Every cabinet received labels, every drawer gained categories, and every frequently used item was placed within immediate reach. We organized clothes by size because babies grow rapidly, especially during the first year, and we wanted to avoid wasting time searching through crowded closets while sleep-deprived. The kitchen also became part of the preparation process because bottle sterilization, feeding routines, and cleaning systems would soon become daily priorities. We discovered that thoughtful organization does not remove the challenges of parenting twins, but it dramatically reduces unnecessary frustration and emotional overload. Our bedroom also needed major adjustments because we realized quickly that sleep would become one of the most valuable and fragile resources in our lives after the twins arrived. We transformed the room into a practical recovery space designed to support exhausted parents surviving unpredictable nights and emotionally intense days. A small feeding station was placed beside the bed with water bottles, snacks, burp cloths, chargers, and nighttime essentials to avoid constant trips across the house while carrying babies half awake. Soft lighting replaced harsh lamps because bright lights during nighttime care only increased stress and made returning to sleep more difficult. We also prepared emotionally for the reality that perfection would disappear temporarily from our lives. Instead of obsessing over maintaining spotless rooms, we prioritized creating spaces that supported healing, bonding, and survival during those first months. That mindset shift changed everything because we stopped viewing the home as something that needed to impress others and started viewing it as a sanctuary designed to protect our growing family during one of life's biggest transitions. The kitchen became one of the most strategically planned areas in our home because we understood that feeding twins would require constant energy, preparation, and efficiency every single day. Before the babies arrived, we reorganized shelves, simplified meal preparation, and created systems that would save precious minutes during overwhelming moments. Freezer meals became part of our routine long before birth because we knew exhaustion would eventually make cooking feel impossible. Healthy snacks were stored in visible places to encourage quick nourishment during sleepless days, while bottles and feeding supplies received dedicated storage areas for easier nighttime access. We also removed unnecessary kitchen items that only created visual clutter and slowed movement inside the space. Preparing meals while caring for twins would already be challenging enough without disorganization adding extra frustration. What surprised us most was realizing how deeply environment affects emotional stability. A calm and organized kitchen reduced stress levels significantly and helped us feel more capable during moments when parenting responsibilities seemed endless and emotionally overwhelming. As we continued preparing our home, we realized that creating efficient spaces was not only about the babies but also about protecting our relationship as parents. Twins bring extraordinary joy, but they also introduce intense physical exhaustion and emotional pressure that can slowly affect communication between partners. We began discussing responsibilities openly before the babies arrived, deciding how tasks would be divided and how we could support each other during difficult nights. Our environment reflected that teamwork because every room was designed to reduce unnecessary conflict and confusion. Shared calendars, feeding schedules, and organized systems became silent forms of communication, helping us stay connected even when exhaustion limited conversation. We also intentionally created small comfort spaces inside the house where one parent could breathe for a few minutes without feeling guilty. Sometimes that meant a quiet chair near a window or a peaceful corner for drinking coffee in silence. Those tiny emotional recovery spaces became surprisingly important because parenting twins requires not only physical endurance but also emotional resilience supported by thoughtful preparation. Another important part of preparing our home involved thinking beyond the newborn stage and imagining how life would evolve as the twins began growing together. Babies changed rapidly, and we wanted our environment to adapt alongside them without constant stressful rearrangements. Flexible furniture choices became essential because rooms would eventually transform from nursery spaces into play areas, learning environments, and shared childhood memories. We avoided filling the house with unnecessary trendy items and instead focused on durable, functional pieces that could evolve with our children over time. Safety also became a growing priority because twins often encourage each other's curiosity and adventurous behavior. Cabinets were secured early, dangerous objects removed, and open areas designed for safe movement once crawling and walking began. Preparing ahead gave us peace of mind because we understood that exhaustion later might make major organizational changes much harder to manage. Thinking long-term helped us create a home designed not only for surviving infancy but also for supporting a healthy and joyful family life during the years ahead. Financial preparation also influenced how we organized our environment because raising twins naturally doubles many expenses at the exact same moment. Instead of trying to buy everything marketed toward parents, we became intentional about distinguishing true necessities from emotional impulse purchases driven by fear or social pressure. Minimalism unexpectedly became one of our greatest allies because reducing excess created more physical space, more mental clarity, and less financial stress overall. We discovered that babies do not need endless luxury products to feel loved, safe, and comfortable. What truly mattered was accessibility, cleanliness, warmth, and consistency inside the home. We also learned the importance of accepting help from friends and family instead of trying to prove we could manage everything alone. Hand-me-down clothes, practical gifts, and emotional support became valuable parts of our preparation journey. That experience changed our understanding of parenthood because it taught us that strength does not come from perfection or independence, but from building supportive systems capable of carrying families through exhausting seasons together. The emotional preparation for welcoming twins turned out to be just as important as the physical organization of our home. At first, we believed preparation meant furniture, supplies, schedules, and routines. But eventually we realized the deepest transformation needed to happen inside ourselves. Fear of failure appeared often because parenting one baby already feels overwhelming, and imagining two at the same time sometimes felt impossible. Yet slowly, while organizing drawers, folding tiny clothes, and rearranging rooms late at night, we began building confidence without even noticing it. Every completed task represented more than preparation. It became proof that we were adapting emotionally to a completely new identity. We learned to release unrealistic expectations and focus instead on creating an atmosphere filled with patience, flexibility, and love. Our home stopped being a place designed for control and became a place designed for connection. That emotional shift allowed us to welcome uncertainty with greater peace because we understood that love, not perfection, would ultimately guide our family forward through every challenge ahead. When the twins finally arrived, nothing unfolded exactly as we imagined, yet every hour spent preparing our home made an enormous difference in our daily lives. The sleepless nights still came, the exhaustion still felt intense, and unexpected challenges appeared constantly. But the systems we created helped transform chaos into something manageable. Open spaces allowed smoother movement while carrying babies. Organized supplies reduced panic during stressful moments, and calm environments softened the emotional weight of difficult days. Most importantly, our preparation gave us more opportunities to focus on what truly mattered, bonding with our children instead of constantly searching for missing items or fighting against unnecessary disorganization. Looking back now, we realized the process of preparing our home also prepared our hearts for parenthood itself. It taught us patience, teamwork, adaptability, and gratitude in ways we never expected. Twins changed every corner of our lives forever, but through thoughtful planning and emotional growth, our house slowly transformed into a home capable of holding double the laughter, double the memories, and double the love. Preparing a home for twins is far more than a practical project filled with furniture, storage boxes, and baby supplies. It becomes a journey of emotional transformation where every small adjustment reflects hope, responsibility, and love for the new life about to enter the world. Looking back, we understand that no parent can prepare perfectly for twins because the experience itself changes everything in unexpected ways. Yet creating organized spaces, simplifying routines, and building emotional support systems can make the transition gentler and more meaningful. The real beauty of this journey is not found in perfect nurseries or flawless routines, but in the quiet moments where two tiny lives slowly reshape an entire family. If you are preparing to welcome twins into your own home, remember that flexibility, patience, and love will always matter more than perfection. In the end, the most important thing you build is not the house itself, but the environment where your family can grow together.